There's just one last problem, problem 4, and if you recall in the first lesson, 6.1, there were situations where the lines never intersected when they were parallel, and there were situations where the lines were the exact same line and they always intersected where there was infinite solutions. That can also happen when you're using the substitution method. You just have to know how to recognize it. So here's what it might look like. Again, write down these equations. X in this problem is equal to negative 2y plus 4. So I'm going to replace the letter x in the second equation with that value. And I get 3.5 times, in place of x I write negative 2y plus 4 plus 7y equals 14. If I distribute, negative 2 times 3.5 is negative 7y, and 3.5 times 4 is 14, plus 7y equals 14. Now if I've lost you on the distributive property and multiplying and doing that too quickly, all you really need to see now is that negative 7y when added to 7y gives you 0, and what's left is 14 equals 14. And we've looked at this recently and reviewed it. What does it mean when 14 equals 14 and there are no variables left in the equation? Well, it's either no solution or infinite solutions. But because these are identical, this is an infinite solution. Okay, another part of this problem, part B. Here's another set of linear equations, a linear system. In this problem, y equals 3x minus 11. I'm going to put that value in place of y in the second equation. So I'm going to replace this y with 3x minus 11. Minus 3x equals negative 13. And just like the last problem, you'll notice the 3x and the negative 3x or minus 3x cancel each other out, and what's left is negative 11 equals negative 13. And just like part A, the variables go away or drop out, but what you're left with is an equation where negative 11 equals negative 13, and that's not true, so that's no solution. Okay. I realize that this is a very complicated lesson and there's a lot of algebra in it, and if you struggled with some of the distributive property or solving equations, this can be very intimidating. But I'd encourage you that if you have gone through these notes and are still a little bit lost, it might be helpful to go back and watch it one more time and then come to class tomorrow with some good questions. So as you go back through your notes, put question marks where you get a little confused. Make sure you go back and you add questions, and that you finish up these notes as best you possibly can by writing a summary. So if you're willing, or excuse me, if you're wanting to get a head start, this is your assignment. At least take a look at it by opening your book and checking out this lesson, and then be ready when you come to class.